Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And here we go from Indy. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
That pass caught by Gould. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. This is Allen on the give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. It's Allen again. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Jets take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this 3rd-year QB.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down. On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 now. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll throw again. Richardson finds a seam down the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Able to find Gould here. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Richardson. And they get this down to the 28. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Throwing now, Richardson. He gets this one to Gould. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Juju Brents with a stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the 23. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Richardson back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Richardson. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is scooped up by the Jets. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll start this one out with Hall. They'll cobble together a yard there. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. I'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Bradley Pinion on down to punt. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Colts will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun handoff for Allen. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going option, headed left. He loses the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10. Galloping inside the 40. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Now Richardson to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Tight end going in motion here. 1st down from the red zone. Gets him on the in route. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Richardson now. Getting out to his... And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Colts get the game's 1st points here in the 2nd. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Jets offense now set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hall takes it straight ahead. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 17. That's caught. Here's Zamir White. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Complete out to the right side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. The Colts setting the man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Sean Murphy bunting in to pick it off.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Allen. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action with Richardson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Richardson. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. The Jets out to begin another drive. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense. There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Throw on 3rd down. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs. critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Complete to Braylon Allen. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 from the 41. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Connection made to Tremble. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Backs will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Jets take their 1st time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Everly's kick is good. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Throwing it to start this drive. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. Moore's got it. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. Back to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Collects this at the 32. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Now Richardson to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets cut it to a field goal game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return starts from the goal line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. After the pick, Richardson back to the air. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He keeps it and takes off. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they are unable to double their lead. We're to the halfway point from Indianapolis with the Colts out in front at the break. Now it's down to Florida where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Drake London, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati, Ohio to check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Pass play now. Finds his man, Downs. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They start the half with a give to Hall, and he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. Hall there to haul it in. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Colts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st down throw here from Richardson. That one's complete, right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Richardson now on 1st and 10. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Man in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Oh no, they get him yet again. Joshua Williams has it. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Cut out left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. target to Downs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that makes it third down. They'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Into the hands of Likely. He's got a gain of 6 there. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 23. Wilson's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This finds Likely. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. 2nd and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, Allen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Trying it right side with Allen. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Looking slant route, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
3rd and 2.
Allen trying this straight ahead. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On first down, it's Richardson. That one falls to the turf. He can't hang on to the pass. And out. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Second and 6 coming up here. Dropping back to throw. Taken in by Likely. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They go right back to Hall. And he's brought down after a short gain. They get it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. They'll try and throw it here. That's brought in by White. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offense set to head out. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Now a give. It's Allen headed left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run. Gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
First down throw here from Richardson. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a long...
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and goal for Richardson. And he takes it for his touchdown. The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts push their lead to 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Setting up a throw. Finds his man, downs. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 43. Likely's got it right side.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. From the gun, it's Hall. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Late out to the right. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Now a give to Allen, running right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. He gets this one to Gould. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 2nd down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That pass caught by Gould. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Juju Brents with a pick. And the Jets take over as he records his 10th career INT. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted! And the Colts have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. The game really in their hands at this point, Brock. We're going to see whether it's a celebration coming up next or overtime. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw it. Brought in right side by McLaurin. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Tremble with the grab. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. This is Allen on the give. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. It's Allen again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And the Jets in the dime for this 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line and victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying fell on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.